You want to know the truth? The fastest way to grow your Amazon business isn't this new Chrome extension or any top growth hack. It's people and your network. This is the most important thing because every major breakthrough that I've had within my business, there's been a person behind that. Today I'm going to be sharing with you the exact relationships that I've built throughout my business, which have been majorly important for me to get to the point where I am today. And more importantly, how you can build your own network, which is going to open many, many doors for you. So if you're new here, I'm Adam. I started this journey back in 2019 with no prior experience, hardly any cash, no rich uncle, no nothing, no experience. It was just me, a cheap laptop, and the determination to make this work. Now I run an e-commerce business with several brands, which is doing 6 figures a month. I have a warehouse, 6 members of staff, and selling thousands of units every single month. But as I've said, do you want to know the real game changer? It was people, and today I'm here to speak about it. Let's be real, when you think of networking, you think of guys all trying to feed and trying to get little bits of information from each other, and it all just seems rather cringy. Everyone's sharing their LinkedIn profiles and business cards and things like this. This is exactly what you picture when you're networking. I'm pretty sure that everybody thinks about this. Let's be honest, if you've been to a networking event, you've grabbed people's business card and things like this, usually nothing really comes from it. I'm not just talking about going to these networking events and only speaking with them once, okay? I'm talking about real relationship building. I'm talking about the supplier that gives you better terms or better prices because you've built trust. The Amazon seller which gives you the heads up when something's about to change. Or the warehouse staff which gets your stock out after hours when they're working overdrive. In e-commerce and business alone, the right relationships and the right people can cut you shortcuts and save you years and years of time. I've literally had deals fall onto my lap, not because I was maybe the most knowledgeable, because I was the right person there that somebody thought of, which all came from having conversations, networking, and presenting myself in the correct manner. Let me tell you a couple of stories. The first one, I was at a trade show. You know, one of them events where everyone's walking around pretending they know what they're doing. I started chatting with this older guy while I was grabbing a coffee. Initially, it was just small talk about logistics, but it turns out he was one of the biggest suppliers of food and drink. Fast forward 2 weeks, he puts me in direct contact with someone within the company, and boom, I've got an account open and there's many, many profitable products there. There was an array of products which I never even knew existed, and this all came from that one conversation, just from being likable. Margin was insane, MOQ was low, and they actually were one of the first people to give me credit terms. And this was purely based on trust and the conversation that we had. And that one conversation turned into 6 figures in sales for them and 6 figures in sales for me. Another story is when I first started my Amazon business, I was in a group full of many other people, right? And I was speaking with just a handful of them privately, and we were always bouncing ideas off each other and things like this. Me and one other person became really, really close friends, and we always used to bounce ideas from each other. And some of the ideas that we've bounced across each other have been absolutely insane and has been pivotal to me getting to where I am today. Honestly, we've completely changed our businesses from the ideas that we literally put across to each other. Literally, it felt like my business was going under, like it was in a really, really bad position before we sort of found this. Networking with him and really finding this strategy and finding our feet on a new strategy was honestly game changing, and it wouldn't have happened. It really wouldn't have happened if we didn't bounce ideas off of each other. Not only that, we're now doing business together, and that's another huge thing, completely separate business, but we're now doing business together, which furthermore shows the absolute importance of networking. So now you may be thinking, yeah, okay, Adam, I get it, networking's great. But how do I actually build these relationships without being that cringy guy who's always just asking for favors? Well, here's my exact playbook. First, start by giving value. There's a famous Bob Proctor quote, and I'm going to just read this off the screen here now. Willingly give and graciously receive. What you do for another, you do it to and for yourself. So it's basically just saying give and give and give, and don't respect anything in return. Because if you're graciously giving, you're giving willingly, more than likely if you're giving it to the right person, you will get in return anyway. Just don't expect it. So what can you do? You can DM someone with a suggestion for their listings on Amazon maybe, show them a useful tool that they've never seen before, and give them a warm welcome into somebody else. Honestly, people who connect people are absolute legends. There's so many people which I can think about who literally just connect this. They're like, literally their main focus is just to connect other people with other people, and then bang, that person likes them and that person likes them, and that's literally awesome. Just simply give without asking and watch the magic happen. It's very important to not make it solely transactional, because that relationship will only go so far. You really do need to not expect anything in return. And if you don't, it's still a win, okay? Because you found out that that person probably isn't the best person that you want to be speaking to and networking with anyway. Number 2, be active in niches, not groups. Don't just join Amazon groups, go narrow. Find UK specific seller groups, B2B groups, e-com groups, and even Discord servers. Comment, be helpful, and be seen. Number 3, attend at least 2 in-person events per year. Now, I can't tell you how important these are. Putting a face to the name are so good. You don't need to go to like a full Tony Robbins event or anything like this. Even just a local FBA meetup, which is very small, is very sufficient. And one huge tip, if you ever get the chance to speak, do it, okay? Whether that's an elevator pitch, which is usually going to be the case, it's literally just a 20-second, what an elevator pitch is, a 20-second pitch, who you are and what you do, who you help, okay? If you ever get a chance to do that, stand up, do it, speak to the world, speak to everybody there on what you do and who you help and what you can maybe help them with. Because if you speak up and say it, maybe 90% of people don't, then you are literally going to be in for the win to meet new people, because people are going to want to speak to you, right? Number 4, document your journey. It's very important, right? If you start documenting your journey on LinkedIn, Instagram, TikTok, whatever it may be, all of them, it doesn't matter, okay? You will start to gain traction, people will start to see it, people will start to respect it, people will start to want to speak to you, okay? Which makes your life within networking so much easier. And number 5, follow up like a human. After meeting someone, don't just pitch them or anything like this. Just say something along the lines of, great chatting, let's keep in touch. If you need anything, just let me know. And then maybe follow them, engage with their content and things like this. Relationships are like the compound effect. The more relationships you gain, the more and more over time, it's just gonna benefit you. Suddenly someone mentions your name in a WhatsApp group. Suddenly someone gives you an exclusivity deal. Suddenly you're in business with someone that you met a year ago. So if you're serious about growing in e-commerce specifically, I've got a task for you right now. Start growing your network today, so here is your challenge. DM one seller or supplier today, share one insight or offer to help somebody, and then tell me in the comments what's that one thing which has helped you grow. If this video has helped you, like, subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one.